Thank you, Cohagen. Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here, and welcome back to yet another live reading of One Piece. I unmuted everything except the thing I was supposed to unmute. That's... I feel like I probably won't get out of that. But welcome back to yet another live reading of One Piece. Today, we are going to be going through volume 75 of the series, titled... Actually, you guys can go ahead and get a good view of this. Hold on. Can you even make out what's being shown here? Hold on. Like, far away, you guys can kind of see it, but I kind of want to get it like in high detail. Hold on. Let me mess with it. Let me mess with it. All right. Okay, cool. There you go. Bump it up to 7 in exposure. But yeah, we are going to be going through volume 75 of the series, titled Repaying the Debt. So let's go back to where I had it before. So that way my images and stuff won't be jacked up for the rest of this stream. All right, professional streamer. I'm not a professional. There's still many things that I need to learn. The Story of One Piece, Volume 75. After 2 years of hard training, the Straw Hat Pirates are back together, first at the Sabaody Archipelago, and then through Fishman Island to their next stage, the New World. The crew happens across Trafalgar Law on the island of Punk Hazard. At his suggestion, they form a new pirate alliance that seeks to take down one of the 4 emperors. The group infiltrates the kingdom of Dressrosa in an attempt to set up Doflamingo, but Law is abducted after falling into a trap. The rest of the crew meets a one-legged toy soldier who informs them of the nation's hidden darkness, and they decide to help the little Tontatas in their fight for freedom. Luffy leaves to rescue Law, and Usopp tracks down Sugar to free those who have been turned into toys. Despite his best-laid plans, Usopp's scheme fails before the might of the officers. But in his most desperate moment, he miraculously succeeds in knocking out Sugar. And I know it seems a little bit dark in here. That's because it's raining out, so it seems a little bit gloomy, so hopefully the image still looks fine, but as long as you guys can hear me, that's really all that matters. But we only got a couple of chapters. 743 all the way down to 752. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Chapter 743, Dressrosa Trembles. Request, Karu and Vivi playing tennis by Mokuku from Aichi. And all we have is Sugar screaming her heart out because of the face that Usopp made after eating the Tatababasco grape. And she's just screaming. I don't know. Why doesn't my voice want to go high today? There we go. I was wondering where that was. But she falls over after screaming. And she's completely knocked unconscious. Tears running down her face, foaming at the mouth. Sugar! And this is Treble, shocked that Sugar actually got knocked out. And as she's laying there right next to Usopp, the doll that was Robin turns right back into Robin. And then the same change starts to happen to every single toy that's down there. It would have been nice with effects. Like what? Let me see if I can get it to trigger. Does it want to work? Are my buttons working? I don't think it wants to work. Hold on, let me make sure. Oh, my buttons don't want to work. Okay. All right. So we're going to be doing that today. It doesn't want to work at all. Hey, trying to reconnect a voice mod. I'm trying to be smooth with it. Well, let's not worry about that right now. Let's just continue on with the story. But the change starts to happen to all of the toys, and they all start to change back into normal people. And amongst the pirates and numerous people that have been turned into toys by Sugar, we see even a Navy officer who's, been turned into a toy as well. And we also see Orlumbus, and we see Cavendish. Whoa! Oh, I'm back! Yeah, ho, ho. Now this is more like it, as Don Chinchao, Harudin, and Sai all turn back to normal. And then we get the Don Quixote family. All the toys! And then we have the toys who start turning back into humans again inside the trash heap. They're human again! I'm sorry, Dopey! Treble, Sugar's been knocked out! What kind of a bad joke is this? All of the faithful servants we gathered over the last 10 years are turning back into humans! The curse of the hobby fruit is being undone! And we have the dog, not the one that the boy called One Poco. It's been turned right back into a human again. The one that said that, hey, I'm not just a dog, I'm this boy's father. He turns into normal again. Whoa! Papa? How could we have forgotten you all for all this time? That's how the curse works. I thought I would spend the rest of my life as a toy. And he embraces his son after so long. Hold on, let me get this thing out of here. I'm not going to worry about sound effects right now, even though this thing wants to be difficult. By the way, Sugar never sleeps. I don't know. I don't know if she does sleep, because if she falls unconscious voluntarily, like sleeping, does that undo the effects of the hobby fruit? And that's what I'm wondering. Hold on, let me see. Oh, nice. Nice, there's an echo now. And this is how Sugar's scream echoed throughout the entirety of the area. Just thought I'd do that and mess with it. But everyone's happy because the toys that all these people were walking with start turning back into humans. And because the effects of the hobby fruit make it so that you forget who gets turned into a toy, all memories are gone of that person. Where everybody forgets your name. Everyone starts remembering everyone. Can you imagine 10 years of not recognizing a person who's a toy right next to you? A full decade of memories gone. All the toys are turning into people! And then one little cymbal-crashing monkey toy turns into a full-blown gorilla. Ah! It's a giant gorilla! Actually, Sugar never grows old. Yeah, we crossed that one. Also, Ozzy, thank you for being a member for 13 months. Hold on. I had this prepared. Is it going to play? Yes, there it is. Thank you, Ozzy. Thank you, Ozzy. But, she doesn't age at all. Now, I don't know if that necessarily means that she doesn't sleep. But yeah, using the hobby fruit essentially makes it so that you never age anymore. So can you imagine if she actually ate it when she was in her prime? Like, a lot older, she would be young that way forever. And this isn't the only type of devil fruit that does that, but we will cross that bridge when we get to it. But one toy turns into a gorilla and everyone starts running from it. Report from Sevio in the south! To the palace! The toys working in the port have suddenly turned into pirates! Report from Carja to the east! The toys here have turned into former Restrelsian soldiers! Government agents!
Navy soldiers! International dignitaries! Wild beasts! Report from Primula! Palace! Come in, Palace!
As amongst the toys, we see a lion turn back to normal, an elephant turn back to normal, and a gigantic snake turn back to normal as well.
Requesting backup! The pirates are running wild! Ah!
Gotcha. And this is Fujitoro with Bastille listening in as this chaos unfolds. And we have Frankie on his back just laughing to himself. And then we have Dellinger.
Oh no! Our decade of hard work!
Somebody must have taken down sugar! That pathetic bite-sized pipsqueak. I only hope she's not hurt.
Ah, senor!
Where'd he go? Hey, Stone Man! Yo, Cedes, good to see you.
Hang in there, Usopp. Thank you. You've turned me back into a human. Excellent! You did it! Operation SOP is a success! All the toys have turned back into their former selves! You got beaten to a pulp just for us! We'll build you a statue! There's no doubt about it! You are a hero!
And then Usopp, still bloody, beaten, and crying, manages to put his hand up into a thumbs up and going,
just as I planned it. Really? That's so cool! Look to my friends for the rest. The battle is only just beginning. Palace! Palace, come in!
Young Master, there's no end to the emergency reports! Dressrosa is in total panic!
Get out here, Doflamingo! I'll rip you limb from limb!
I'm human again!
Ah! My fluffy doll! Turned into a gross man!
Alert the government! Don't be fooled, people! Doflamingo is the devil! And then we have Luffy. Hey, where's the soldier? Huh?
The Tontota's plan worked.
Huh? Who's that? As we see a big man with a cape and sword and one leg.
Brother Gyros, I lost all memory of him.
Hey, what are you talking about? Where's the soldier?
That's him.
What? That's a human.
All the toys in this kingdom were originally human, and when they were turned, everyone else lost all memory of them. That's what Sugar's powers can do. But now that she's fallen, all of our memories have returned. He's the former commander of the Riku Royal Army, Gyros!
And Gyros is making his way into the suit chamber. Gyros?
The greatest warrior in the history of the Colosseum.
Oh, you mean the statue guy?
This statue is of a legendary man.
And this is where Rebecca was talking to Luffy.
Yes, that statue is him. He is also Rebecca's true father.
Huh? But she said she didn't know who he was.
While you are forgotten, there is no way to tell anyone of your identity. So for 10 long years, she watched over his only daughter to ensure she was not lost and alone, acting as her toy soldier protector, staying at her side each and every day.
Why couldn't I remember him?
This is no time for a Colosseum match. What is happening?
The Colosseum, too!
The audience is in a total uproar!
And then we see someone launching towards Doflamingo. Hey, who goes there? But now I can. Clear as day. And Law looks up. Is that you, Gyros? Yes! I'm sorry to have kept you waiting for 10 long years! And this is King Riku. I couldn't remember a single thing. It is me, Gyros, King Riku. That was you. Wait, you're the guy who... I've come to save you! And Gyros begins this whole assault on the Dressrosa by cutting off the head of Doflamingo. He doesn't waste any time. Young master! And this is Buffalo as we see the head of Doflamingo fall to the ground.
Whoa! Mingo's dead!
I found you! We gotta save Traffy! As Luffy immediately grabs Viola and runs into the room. And then we have Kiros proclaiming, I've come to bring back the true Dressrosa! Corridor Coliseum.
Run to the exits! There are wild beasts in the stands!
Then we have Diamante.
What the heck has Tribble done? Why would he take his eyes off of Sugar, the fool? Yo, how long you gonna be crying? I ain't no babysitter.
No, it's not that.
And this is Bartolomeo to Rebecca. It's perfect, had so many emotions during this scene. The moment, here's the thing, I love Kiros because he went for the head instantly. See, we should have had him take down Thanos instead of Thor. He would have gone for the head right then and there. Because Kiros don't mess around. He don't play. He ain't no joke. Can't say the same about Thor in the MCU right now.
No, it's not that. I have a father, and I just remembered him now.
What?
So it seems that was the trick behind this country, Rebecca. There is a core at the heart of everything. And this is Lucy saying this to Rebecca.
Now what kind of nonsense are you blabbering about, sir?
First of all, let's finish this fight. And this Lucy individual hockeys up both of his hands and just places it on the ground. That's right. Even this ring has a core. Dragon Claw Fist. Dragon! And the ground starts to break underneath him. Dragon Breath! And he just pushes into the ground, and it implodes the center of the ring. Well, I can't even just say the center of the ring. It implodes the entire ring and all of the water in the center of the entire Coliseum. Whoever this Lucy individual is, he's incredibly strong. I'm sorry.
I don't believe this! A single blow from Lucy has sunk the ring!
There's no foothold!
And this is Burgess.
What have you done?
I've got business to see to. Time to win.
Hack? He's heading underground now.
I heard an incredible noise from above. Not more of his lunacy.
As... Oh, wait.
The ring just exploded!
Sorry, forgot that. But Koala is talking to Hack. And that's the end of chapter 743. We got an SBS and we can move on to the legendary chapter 744. Odachi, let's begin the PTA. Sign Oriori. Answer, the Parent-Teacher Association? The parents are taking over. Why would they do that? It's the SBS, silly. Okay, let's get started. Question. Now that the midterms are nearly here, there's only one thing for me to do. I'm gonna be king of the pirates! Sign Momotaro. Answer, that's not right. That's not right! Right? You're making a big mistake with your life, sonny. Question. Orachi, hello. Remember when you introduced the sexy dynamite Naval Admiral Momo Usagi in the section on page 86 of volume 74? Well, how about this design for Admiral Chaton, brown pig, who asked her out 100 times and got shot down 100 times. Signed, Hideon of Akaike. Yeah. Answer. Since he's not actually an admiral, he must be one of the potential admirals who were in the running along with Momo Usagi. You're talking about this, Vice Admiral Chaton, right? I found him in my sketchbook. As a matter of fact, for a time, I was considering making the next group of admirals based on a pig and Kappa, the water imp. That way, I'd have Monkey, Pig, and Kappa, just like in Journey to the West. Instead, I went with the tiger and bull I'm using now. There's a reason for that, but I'm not saying. Chapter 7-4... Now, you're also right, Cedez. The fact that everyone wakes up in Chapter 743, that's a legendary chapter, and Gyros gets his revenge instantly. But Chapter 744 is a good one, too. Chapter 744, Revolutionary Army Chief of Staff. Request! Kuzan and Camel eating shaved ice and getting brain freeze. by Love One Piece from Hiroshima. I don't see how a man who can create ice can become ice and control ice, can turn into ice through and through. I know I said become ice and turn into ice, but I don't see how a man who can do all that stuff can get brain freeze.
The ring is utterly destroyed! If it's not my imagination, the water level's falling too! Everyone evacuate at once! We cannot guarantee the safety of the Colosseum!
And Burgess gets hit in the head with a rock. Bartolomeo is hanging on as well while is trying to... Bartolomeo's getting slightly strangled by Rebecca, who's hanging on to him. We got Diamante going, my powers, as it appears that they've all fallen into the water.
Hey, no! That prize wasn't actually meant to be given away!
As we see Lucy jump up to the fighting fish who has the Meta no me on it, the flame fruit on it, and he just breaks open the case and he grabs it.
Huh? Everyone's out of bounds!
I'm the winner! Whoever gets this wins, right?
The flame fruit!
And this is Gyat's. I can take this, I assume, as he holds it in his hand.
Winner! We have ourselves a winner! It seems a bit trivial now, but amidst all the chaos, one contestant has seized the flame fruit! The darkest of horses in this tourney!
And Lucy bites into the Meta no me.
Ugh.
Because, devil fruits are incredibly disgusting.
Hey, save me too, sir!
Lucy!
And it shows Lucy jumping into the air, but one panel shows Lucy's helmet, fake beard and mustache, and glasses falling off of his face.
We have our champion!
You're a man. You can fend for yourself.
What?
Get ready. Here comes another one.
Ah!
It really works! As Lucy's hand gets engulfed in fire. Wait, I don't feel the heat. My mind's playing tricks on me. I turned into the fire.
Ah! He ate the flame fruit!
Wait, isn't he the revolutionary?
I've got your outfit!
Goes Koala as she leaps off of the stands. Sorry, Ace. I'm gonna use your move. Fire Fist! And this big blast of fire blasts down from Lucy, shocking everyone. And it breaks through the Colosseum down below, shocking everyone in the Colosseum and yachts as well. And we also have Underground Port, as the Colosseum is right above. The Colosseum itself is right above the area where the Tontatas were the whole time. Darn you, straw hats! Darn you, Tontatas! You ain't getting out of here! Take Usopp with you, goes Robin as she's facing off against Trouble.
We gotta run! Don't let him lay a finger on Usoland! Yes, sir!
You're after the Smile Factory, ain't you? Eh? Nico Robin? Stick, chain! And Robin uses her powers to cause a big piece of rubble to shoot up to lift up a piece of rubble in front of her that causes the stick chain to stick to it instead. And then someone steps right next to Robin. A giant?
I'm going to take him for a bit. Are you little people?
Usoland!
And it's Harudin.
Look what he's done to himself for our sake. I hear that some were toys for an entire decade. The weight of such suffering. If it wasn't for you.
Stop moving me!
We might have been toy slaves forever. We owe you our lives.
And then the ceiling above starts to break above them. Break above into the port.
Look closely, warriors. Gaze upon the face of the man who has undone our curse. Our hero, and his name is... Captain Usopp!
As the roof of the port breaks open, the light shines through as Harudin holds up Usopp in the light like he's some sort of savior.
Ah! Thank you! Ah, the roof just caved in! The light of heaven shines down! Does that mean he was sent to us from above? Are we witnessing a miracle?
As some fallen flying fish fall through the roof, and we see Kelly Funk and his brother looking and gazing in amazement with tears in his eyes. Dagama and King Elizabello. We have Suleiman. We have everyone holding up Usopp, and Usopp is being held up by Harudin. And everyone is in amazement. This is literally the same moment where Buggy was on the ship heading towards the gates of justice. This is exactly like that moment.
Oh, he is so divine.
Me and I will guide you.
Now it sounds like he says, follow me and I will guide you, but he's really saying,
Fool, lower me down, unhand me. I have blood spilling down my face. Big guy, do it, you jerk. Follow me and I will guide you. I knew it. You are from the heavens. You are our savior. Show us the light. What must we do, mighty God Usopp? In that case, destroy the factory behind us and rescue my little friends. As you command!
and Burgess gets up because he fell through as he's thinking,
Darn! I was supposed to eat the flame fruit, and that wasn't even Straw Hat!
Darn, what'll I tell Doofy?
and all the gladiators start making their way towards the factory under Usopp's orders.
What the? How did they? Oh, right, the toys underground.
And as this is going on, we get Bartolomeo, who's running towards some individual.
Hey, that was kinda messed up, sir. Just because I have a barrier doesn't make me invincible.
I had no idea there was such a place under the ground here. And who are you? What happened to the original Lucy?
Whoa! Yikes, this stuff is tricky to handle, as this person sees their hand light on fire, because this person doesn't have control over it. And then we see his face. The first Lucy was the 400 million man, the future king of the pirates, Straw Hat Luffy.
Pirates?
And my little brother. Nice to meet you. We're from the Revolutionary Army. Luffy's a good guy, isn't he? He hasn't changed a bit since we were kids. Revolutionary Army soldier, Hack! And Revolutionary Army Chief of Staff, Sabo! He's alive! And he's the second in command of the Revolutionary Army itself. This is the individual that caused Luffy to absolutely lose his mind when he saw him in the last volume. It's Sabo! And he has a scar over his left eye. But your boy Sabo, all dressed to the nine, with his gloves on, his goggles, and his top hat that he's known for wearing, and he's got a pipe on the back of him as well. Yeah, Sabo look clean.
What are the revolutionaries doing here?
The weapons leaving this port are aiding wars around the world. We came to put a stop to that. And then Sabo just lets Koala puts the top hat right on him, just so casually. Sabo and Koala, that's a matchup I'm okay with.
Our army has sent soldiers to this country on many occasions, but they were always turned into toys, preventing us from exposing their black market business.
Crap, that guy's bad news. That's Sabo, right? What's the Revolutionary Army's #2 doing here? Gotta tell the young master.
But it seems the weapons are being manufactured elsewhere. Where are they coming from? If I can figure that out, I've got a very nice prize to bring home to Dragon. And then chaos just continues throughout the streets of Dressrosa as animals, pirates, and people are being turned back into their normal selves again. The palace, as Skiros is cutting down every member of the Don Quixote family just instantly over and over and over again. Then we get Buffalo. How can this be? He's only got one leg! And look what he did to the young master! As we see Doflamingo's headless body still sitting there. And before Buffalo can really do anything to Kyros grabs him by the neck and just twists his neck as if he breaks his neck completely. Dacian! And Buffalo's out of the count. Kyros didn't even look him directly in the eye. He just snapped he just grabbed his neck and twisted it. Dacian! And just tossed him to the side. Then we have Baby 5.
Buffalo!
Traffy! I'm here to save you!
Straw Hat!
I'm glad you're still alive.
You weren't supposed to come here, Straw Hat. What about the factory? Is it destroyed?
Here's the keys to his cuffs.
Wow, you come well prepared. It's almost like you can see what's happening. It's almost like you can see what's coming.
Wait, Straw Hat! Don't you lay a finger on the master, Violet!
And then we see Gladius, who runs in, and then he sees Doflamingo's headless body directly in front of him.
Young master!
Then we have Kyros cutting the chains off of King Riku.
I hate to disappoint you, but our alliance is finished.
Huh? That's so selfish. Only I get to decide that. You shut up.
Who's being selfish now? With the alliance finished, we're enemies again. Set me free and I'll kill you.
Don't move! We can't touch the Sea Prism Stone, so unlocking these is extra tough.
Keep steady.
You're not even listening to me, are you?
And then we have the entire area just start to shift around, and everyone gets tossed. I'm trying to do what he did in the anime.
Ah! The stone guy! Pika!
Things have gone worse than I ever imagined.
Ah! Mingo's still alive!
As the head of Doflamingo still speaks.
Master!
Young master!
Waka-sama!
Waka! What does this mean? This is a very bad state of affairs. I'll have to use the bird cage. Won't I? Law. The bird cage?
Trust me, Kyushu, you're doing a great job at the Dofi voice. Well, thank you.
The bird cage?
And that's the end of chapter 744. Onwards to 745, the bird cage. Smile Factory.
What do we do? The former toys are attacking the factory. Without a key, they ain't setting a foot inside. This factory is the young master's lifeline. It's made of solid sea prism stone. Even the ceiling falling in couldn't put a scratch on it. Plus, we got 2 supreme officers watching over it. It's the stoutest of defenses. Who could possibly beat them?
As it shows Diamante and Treble beating down the gladiators that wanted to make their way to the factory and destroy it. In the trading port.
Oh, Robin!
Koala, Sabo, Hack. Did you find Luffy? Look, Usopp, they're friends.
Yeah.
I'm Usopp. You can let him rest. And this is Sabo. You're like, you can let him rest. We'll meet later. At the lift.
Huh? Doflamingo!
Porting me, coming through.
As Kinemon, dressed up as Doflamingo, is running with a couple of tontadas in his hands. Royal Plateau, Outer Tower.
Something's going on down there. Where'd that stone guy go?
So Zoro's obviously lost again, because if you see him in a place that's completely different from where he was, he got lost looking for somebody. Never fails. The palace.
This calls for prompt measures.
As the head of Doflamingo still speaks.
What eerie sorcery is this? How are you still alive?
As Gyros launches towards Doflamingo again.
Want me to show you how to behead a man?
As another Doflamingo appears right behind Gyros.
Soldier! Brother Gyros!
Like this.
Gyros! And then a massive slicing shockwave goes off in the tower that takes off not only the main tower, but adjacent towers on the outside of the palace. And this is from Doflamingo's kick. He kicked hard enough to not only split the entire tower they're in off of its foundation with a clean cut, but also the buildings also the towers away from the main tower. That's the kick of Doflamingo. But Luffy came in and saved Kiddos at the last second, pushing him down. Straw Hat! And then we see the towers falling to the ground outside of the palace. Then we see 2 Doflamingos right there with Luffy, and one has a head, another one does not.
There are 2 masters!
And they try to use, Goshikito on Luffy, pentachromatic strings on Luffy, but he dodges out of the way.
Sorry, I was careless.
No problem. Gum
Armament.
Jet Gatling! And Doflamingo uses armament on both his left side and his feathery left side of both his body and his cape as Luffy unleashes a Jet Gatling on him. But it shows the other Doflamingo, the headless one, come up behind Luffy and slash him in the back. And as Luffy is getting launched forward towards the other Doflamingo hockeys up his fists and then delivers a solid punch that pretty much embeds itself into Luffy's face. I'm sorry, but when I saw that in the anime, I was just looking like, oh my goodness. It's one thing to get punched in the face with hockey. It's another thing to get punched in the face and your face actually dents in from the punch itself. But Doflamingo unleashes a hockey punch on Luffy and sends him flying in the opposite direction, causing Luffy to hit the ground and, kind of crater into the wall just a little bit.
Luffy land! How does he have a double?
That hurt! And we see the clone actually unwinding itself.
It seems to be a marionette made of string. I've never seen him do such a thing.
King Riku, do you remember how it felt on that night 10 years ago when you cut down your beloved people and burned their town? It is a nightmare that still robs me of my sleep. And what of it? Someone kill me! Well, the massacre that's about to happen won't be nearly as minor. Insanity! What are you planning? You cannot repeat such a tragedy. I'm going to set you free. Expel the rats from the building, Pika.
As Pika takes control of the entire castle and starts upheavaling the entire place, causing Luffy and everyone else to be sent flying outside of the palace. King Riku, literally everybody. Ah! There's my high screen. Where was that at the beginning of this stream?
Doflamingo, don't hurt this country more than you already have.
But Luffy catches everyone by using Gum Gum Balloon to have Viola safely land on him, while he uses his arms to safely catch King Riku and Law, who's still chained to a chair. Then we have the clone of the marionette of Doflamingo. Strings start to shoot up from its body into the air as Doflamingo just has the biggest cheese on his face.
He pushed us out past the outer towers. We can't reach Doflamingo as long as Pika's with him.
And then Law sees the strings shooting up in the air because he's still chained to the chair.
It's begun. The birdcage. Before the truth of what's going on here can get out, he's simply going to massacre the entire populace.
As the strings shoot up in the air and the strings start to spread out over the entire country.
What?
Captain, what's that? How the heck should I know? We're getting off this island. No point trying to get back at Doflamingo. We'll be right back where we started. Captain, look out ahead!
And the strings spread out over the entire city, and there's a line of strings in front of this captain, and he runs directly into it, and he's immediately cut. The strings are so sharp that it slices not only his mustache, because he had a big mustache. He had a big mustache that was spread out. He runs into the string. The string is so fine and so sharp, they slice off his mustache, slice his face, and even cut his hat directly through the middle as soon as he runs into it.
Yeah, that hurts! Blades? What is this? Fence? What is this? Fence thing!
The fence stretches as far as we can see!
Where's the dying exit?
Vice Admiral Bastille, I can't get a signal to headquarters. The heck is that?
Same! We can't reach the base! We haven't even been able to report what happened! And Fujitoro's just watching everything. Well, I say watching, even though the man's blind. That's a mistake on my part. He can't watch anything because he can't see. But he's listening to everything that's going on.
Ah! What are you doing? That's a civilian home!
As someone blew up a house.
It's not me. My body's moving on its own.
Then we start seeing things hit the back of the necks of multiple people. Not only Navy soldiers, but civilians as well. And they all start going crazy.
Parasite.
As it shows Doflamingo is controlling everybody!
What is it now?
The Royal Plateau is sinking! Reporting! People are running wild and attacking indiscriminately all over the country!
What's going on? The ground's lowering!
It's Pika. He can change the lay of the land with his stone powers. The palace is running off on its own.
Hey, wait! Duh! The factory's rising!
Huh?
What's going on around here? Ah! Someone stop me!
As a civilian is slashing the back of another innocent person.
Look at Flower Hill! It's sucking up the town and growing taller!
The palace. People of Dressrosa, and guests to our land. Let's be real here. I could have ruled with an iron fist from the start. But now that you know the truth,
Doflamingo!
a great number of you no doubt wish to kill me. So let's make it into a game. A game where the object is to kill me. I'm in the palace and not going anywhere. No running, no hiding. Take my life and the game is over. But there is one other way for this game to end. I'm going to give you a list of names. If you can manage to bring me all of those people, you win. On top of that, each head will be given a considerable bounty. It's kill or be killed. Every man, woman, and child in this country is a bounty hunter, and the only way to survive is to seize yourself a bounty.
And that is the end of chapter 745. Onwards to chapter 746, but first, an SBS. I was reading volume 63 and stopping to look at how cute Shirahoshi was and realized something. The former slave girl who Tiger brought home to her village was named Koala, right? Right? Well, why don't you explain it all, Mr. Oda? Signed, Grand Red Apple. Answer: that's right. If anyone didn't notice the connection, I'm perfectly happy with them treating her as a new character. But I was glad to see that many folks realize who she was. The people of the Revolutionary Army all have their own reasons for opposing the way the world works. But if you look at her title of Assistant Fishman Karate Master, and where she started, you can see what kind of life she's been through, and it brings a tear to your eye. To me, Koala lived the exact opposite of life of Hody. The exact opposite life of Hody, and that makes her very meaningful to me. Whereas one side saw the absolute worst of the fishman, but still had a much broader outlook on life. The other one saw the absolute worst of humanity and had the most opposite reaction and wanted to, drive the world of humankind into utter despair and down into the depths of the ocean. So Hody and Koala have very different upbringings due to Fisher Tiger. Question: nice to meet you. I'm a shark-loving 24-year-old woman. Sharks are famous for having two male sharks are famous for having two parts. Does that mean that Hody has two parts too? How many parts do you have, Odachi? Parts are... Use your imagination. Just use it. I want Shirahoshi for my wife. Answer: they have two? Sharks have two? I had no idea. That's a well-known fact. I've drawn a ton of sharks, but I never knew that. Thanks for the tip. In that case, Hody has two. I guess instead of a ding-dong, he's got a ding-ding-dong-dong. A ding-ding-dong-dong. I'm fine just having one. Chapter 746, Stars. Request: Law conspires with a burly walrus by Sleeping Samurai from Tokyo.
No one is coming to help you. No one can escape from this bird cage. You cannot send any signals to the outside, and without anyone in the world at large realizing it, you will simply die out. Those around you will burst into motion, indiscriminately harming all in their vicinity.
No, Father!
Whether they be family or friend,
Please, stop me!
or those you've sworn to protect.
Get away from me, everyone!
And we have some Navy individuals who are being pressed into the ground by Fujitoro's power. They're being pressed into the ground by by a field of gravity. Isho!
Ah!
Run and hide if you wish. You will find no safety within this cage. The terror of the birdcage will last for days if need be. Either everyone here dies, or you bring about an end to the game yourselves.
Who knows what Doflamingo's up to?
Is this real? The factory just sprouted up to the surface.
But who cares? This is our chance! We can finally get out of here! At long last, the day I escaped the underground! Thank you, God Usopp!
And we have some individuals off in the distance while all these free former toys are just, running out.
What was all that commotion, Kinemon?
I went in disguise and found my life under threat. Iron breastbands? I love foreign culture.
And this is Kinemon thinking to himself,
Miss Robin, make me a slave. No, I got a question. That nose over there, it looks just like the nose of Mr. Sniper King, who shot through the heart of the flag atop the Tower of Law.
That's him. His name's Usopp.
Oh my God! And together with Miss Robin, who was shot through the heart by a crew's conscious act of turning against the entire world for the sake of their mate. It's the Eddie's Lobby heart shooting combo.
what are you so excited about, you nerd? Shut up! And this is Sabo.
This is the man who broke my wrist?
And then we have Kinemon.
Here they are, safe and sound. They are wee warriors, but proud.
Thanks, Top Knot Land. They was knocked out in the corridor of the palace.
You gave your everything for the captain. Well done, Cub and Wampo.
Scream, cry, and curse. You are all victims.
As we see the entire city in disarray and chaos, as Doflamingo's using his parasite string to just control everybody and wreak chaos all over. This is just like the horrible night 10 years ago! Now I finally understand!
It wasn't Riku and the Royal Army. They were just being controlled by Doflamingo!
Now they realize their hatred for King Riku was misplaced. Now they know, but now they're all suffering.
Stop it. Stop, Doflamingo. Think it over. Will you come after me, or will you join the Doflamingo family and deliver swift judgment to the 12 fools who dared lash out at me? Make the wrong choice and you'll never see the end of the game. Each star is worth 100 million berries. Look closely. These are the true convicts of Dressrosa.
And we have Sabo and everyone else looking, King Riku and Luffy and everyone else looking, and then we have Dagamon the gladiators looking. Pirate, Straw Hat Crew. Pirate Hunter Zoro, 2 stars. Former captain of Dressrosa Army, Gyros, 2 stars. Pirate, Straw Hat Crew, Cyborg Frankie, 1 star. Former princess of Dressrosa, Viola, 1 star. Samurai of Wano, Foxfire Kinemon, 1 star. Pirate, Straw Hat Crew, Demon Child Nico Robin, 1 star. Corrida Coliseum Prisoner Gladiator, King Riku's granddaughter, Rebecca, 1 star. Former King of Dressrosa, Riku Doldo III, 3 stars. Captain of the Heart Pirates, 7 Warlords, for now. Surgeon of Death, Trafalgar Law, 3 stars. Captain of the Straw Hat Pirates, Straw Hat Luffy, 3 stars. Revolutionary Army Chief of Staff, Sabo, 3 stars.
Commander Kyros, I forgot. The Invincible Gladiator.
There are pirates too, the Straw Hats.
And Violet from the family. Was Princess Viola? The ringleader of each group has a full 3 stars.
300 million! And Law and Straw Hat, it's that pirate alliance that's been in all the papers. King Riku!
King Riku is still alive.
And look at that big shot from the revolutionaries, the chief of staff.
He gets his info fast.
Even me? And Sabo's even surprised.
At least he doesn't know about me.
But there's one man who's earned the full weight of my wrath, the very root of evil who plunged you all into this cruel game of death. Whoever takes him down earns 500 million berries.
Pirate, Straw Hat Crew, God Usopp. 5 stars.
Whoa! 500 mil! Yeah! I could live in luxury for the rest of my life!
And all the Tontatas and even Usopp are left completely dumbfounded and horrified as the very person who wanted to avoid doing any fighting is now the most wanted person in all of Dressrosa right now. And everyone's shocked.
Oh no! Uso it!
And then all the gladiators look behind them like real creepily like this. They all just look like because they know that Usopp's right behind them. And they all brandish their weapons.
5 stars! Ah! Plus a pair of 2 stars and a 3-star.
What should we do, Sabo?
Get to the surface, everyone, now!
Sorry, God Usopp, you gotta die now! They were worshiping me just a minute ago! Just get me the heck out of here! Aye, aye! Look, there's the 1-star samurai! 100 million berries!
Ugh. The little ones claim this was a scrap heap. I hope you're down there, Kanjuro. Let the chips fall as they may.
He fell! The samurai fell in the hole!
There's no time for hesitation. As each moment passes, more people fall and buildings burn.
What should we do? Now that we know King Riku was innocent all along.
What if the entire country bands together? Doflamingo's only one man.
He's not just one man. To put a stop to Doflamingo, we'll have to fight all 2,000 of the Don Quixote family.
But King Riku's among the 12 wanted.
He didn't say we have to kill them. As long as we just apprehend them, it's only 12. We gotta do it. We gotta fight.
Hey, where's Cyborg Frankie?
He was just lying on the ground just a second ago.
As it shows Mock Vice and some other people walking into the area where Frankie was. As Bartolomeo creates a barrier to keep the gladiators from chasing after everyone else.
And stay away! Up to the surface, everyone!
Gotcha.
Zoro?
Yeah.
Where are you?
Is that Robin? I'm with Luffy's group.
I'm with Luffy's group now.
I'm with Luffy's group now. We're at this Royal Plateau place. It's kind of a pain in the butt, really.
Hi, Robin. Did you see Mingo just now? Man, he makes me mad. And that thing with Usopp? What a joke! Rebecca was on the list too. I hope she's all right. Shut up! Shut up, Luffy!
Rebecca's?
I'm right here. Is that you, Lucy?
Hey, good timing. The soldier's right here.
Huh?
Where'd he go?
What? Because Kyros is gone.
Did he run off?
Over there! A 2-star convict! Take him down! He's only got 1 leg! That money's ours!
Mr. Soldier, he's back to being human, isn't he? Tell me, Lucy, what's he like?
Huh?
What's he like?
As it shows Gyros just cutting down everyone. Do you realize how bad of a man you got to be to just get around on 1 leg? You don't even have a prosthetic. You are just hopping around on 1 leg, and you still cutting people down as if, and you still able to cut people down and move as if you still got to.
What are you talking about? That 1-legged soldier is your dad. He's a statue guy from the Colosseum.
And then the memories start to come back to Rebecca.
I couldn't save her.
He was
This toy soldier, he is brave and true. In the rain or in the snow, he will stay with you. See, I'm tough and hardy.
Good for you, huh? I don't know where he is now, though. Listen, Rebecca. Don't cry yet. I won't let him die. You stay safe, too. I'm sorry I couldn't give you that flame fruit you wanted, but in return, I'm totally gonna crush Doflamingo. Just don't leave my crew. I'll end this game real soon. Make sure you survive. Got that?
Yes!
As Rebecca says with tears in her eyes.
Who's with you, Luffy? Over here we've got...
Do you get the picture, Straw Hat? The plan was to leave Doflamingo alive so he would wind up clashing with Kaido. If you take down Doflamingo now, then Kaido's rage at losing his smile fruit will be turned on us instead. We'll be up against a furious emperor.
We can talk about the future later. Just look at this place. How could I stop now? And then Law is just silent.
Find the convicts!
As we cut back to civilians. And when you do, alert everyone! Then we have Bastille with Fujitora.
So we can't capture Doflamingo. Try to subdue the ones rampaging as best you can. Our target is the pirate alliance between Straw Hat and Law. Alert all units.
Wait, at least take my cuffs off first. They'll fall off eventually.
No, they won't!
Which route are we taking? The direct one!
Are you going to jump off?
Just you wait, Doflamingo! As Luffy has both Zoro and Law in a headlock as he leaps off of the plateau. It's one thing to leap off of a high place voluntarily, but imagine how a person feels if they get dragged as a person jumps off a cliff. Like you're in an arm lock and you are launched off a cliff with another person against your will. That's the end of chapter 746. Onwards to 747, but first another SBS. Question: what are those things that look like tails growing from the Tontata's butts? Sign: Ma. Answer: tails. They might seem to be fluffy at first glance, but they have firm bone and muscle underneath. The tails help them move swiftly and serve as powerful bludgeons in combat. As we've seen before, they are capable of, flattening a man's head and breaking all of his teeth in his mouth. Question. I have a question. I always thought my husband had the stick fruit powers. His face and neck and armpits are always sticky. But if it turns out that Treble had the stick fruit, then what powers does my husband have? Signed, Emukichi. Answer. He's just oily. And he hasn't taken a bath. I added that last bit on. If your skin is sticky, you need wash. Your skin should not be sticky at all. Men, your body should not be sticky. At all. If your body's sticky, it's time to take a shower. Shower! Ain't no way, y'all. Ain't no way. If my body even feels remotely rough, no, it's time to take a shower, bro. It's time to clean my arms and everything. And your legs too. I know sometimes we don't clean our legs, but get down all the way down. Don't just go as far as your arm will go on your body. Reach down to your legs and feet too. That counts as your body. Don't just it's optional. No, it's not. Clean your whole body. Don't ever let your body be sticky. That's a cleanliness PSA for this volume reading. Question: are the lighter that Sanji used in One Piece Film Z and the lighter from the opening theme song Hands Up in the anime series actually the same thing? Signed, Cooked Up Cess AK. Answer: Hands Up was the previous opening, right? I don't know if they used it there too, but when producing Film Z, I did a personal collaboration with the French company DuPont, and the lighter we designed went into the movie. As a matter of fact, it also showed up in chapter 663, volume 67 of the manga. And this is when Sanji was in the body of Nami at the time. Did I mention this before? Whatever. I bet you can see pictures if you just do an internet image search for DuPont Oda. Sanji uses that lighter, which never seems to run out of liquid because that dude is always smoking all the time, every single day, and he never runs out of liquid. Chapter 747, Supreme Officer Pika! Request: cute little bears like Mihawk while Perona is jealous. And Mihawk does not like the fact that these bear cubs are messing with him. One is climbing all over him and putting on his hat, and he's all like, "What are these bears here?" While Perona's just jealous because they remind her of Kumasi. People are pouring out from beneath the Colosseum! And these are Navy officials.
It seems that the shift in the land has connected the surface to the underground. I'm guessing that these people must be the civilians, soldiers, agents, and pirates who were turned into toys. I can see the sun again! It's almost impossible to imagine so many human beings enslaved just like this without anyone ever knowing!
Who told you to infiltrate the Colosseum, Maynard? You're out of order. Lucky to be alive, if you ask me.
Naval HQ Vice Admiral Maynard the Pursuer, Colosseum Gladiator, who's fully conscious after Bartolomeo bodied him a couple of volumes ago. But, Bastille, I was able to see the whole thing unfold. If we round up Doflamingo, the entire world could be tipped on his head. Underground trading port.
Well, well, well.
As Koala is doing some research, peeling back some stickers for pirate ships that actually have secret marks underneath the stickers.
They're made out to look like pirate ships, but these are actually traders from the Kingdom of Big Shots.
Was that supposed to be the Kingdom of Big? I think it's supposed to be Big Shots, but Big is with 2 G's and Shots is SCHOT. Big Shots.
But these are actually traders from the Kingdom of Big Shots. Nations,
and not like Big Shots is like, oh, this is a big shot man over here. No, that's the nation's name.
Nations from all over the world are doing their dark business in this port.
And she's taking pictures with a picture transponder snail. Then more chaos in the streets as civilians are trying to murder each other. Navy soldiers are murdering each other because of Doflamingo's parasite.
Why not, Isho? Doflamingo can't be a warlord.
Doflamingo can't be a warlord anymore. Now's the time to arrest him.
And it's happened time and time again. Ain't you been in the Navy a long time, Vice Admiral? Are you telling me these cries of anger have fallen on deaf ears? Those aren't tears of sorrow. That's pure rage. Does the world government think itself to be God?
And this is when Maynard is taken aback because of how Fujitora feels about this whole matter. And this is another reason why I love Fujitora. He's the one who's willing to question the world government and their decisions. I love it.
Does the world government think itself to be God? My decision will stand, and that's final.
The new palace, Flower Hill.
Law's group is after the smile, right?
Hey, Doofy! Are you sure we don't gotta protect the factory?
It's Sea Prism Stone. It won't open. And the keys are right here.
Which Doflamingo promptly slices apart.
What? Really?
Why give the enemy hope?
You're pathetic, Trouble. Know that? Can't even protect a young girl.
Shut up, Gramps! She's a lot older than that! Hey, Doofy! Look, I'm sorry about Sugar, eh? But can you imagine her getting knocked out by some guy who can't even move his arms and legs, eh?
That's Fujitora with a J. Fujitora. Fujitora with a J. Don't worry, you're good, man.
But can you imagine her getting knocked out by some guy who can't even move his arms and legs, eh?
Same thing with the Flame Fruit. Could anyone imagine the number 2 revolutionary being in the tournament?
And this is Diamante, and Pika's silent.
Quit making excuses. It's a disgrace. G for disgrace.
Baby 5 is up there along with Gladius and a very, very, very unconscious Sugar.
It's in the past now. Blaming you for these things won't turn back time.
Yeah, that's our boss, eh? In your face, Lil G!
If you insist, I'll accept your forgiveness. But Doofy, what about the Navy? They're a bit of a problem now. What should we do with Fujitora? I've finished my negotiation with him. The Navy won't come after us. But once we're done using Fujitora, I need him to disappear. No good can come from him alive. It won't be easy, though.
Oh, you have no idea how not easy it is going to be to take down Fujitora. I'm sorry, but you have no idea. Doflamingo, you think this is his mess around meter starting to rise up. And the find out section is going with it. Please. Like it's that easy to take down an admiral. Take down an admiral who brought down a meteor on everyone, including himself as a test? As a test? As a test? Who was able to defend himself from getting kicked in the face by you casually with his eyes closed? Okay. Sorry, I'm monologuing again.
I need him to disappear. No good can come from him alive. It won't be easy, though.
If we are allowed to crush both pirates and navy, then I can handle this on my own.
Don Quixote family supreme officer, Pika. His voice! It's so high-pitched! How does that body make that noise?
It sounds so weird. He'll kill me if I laugh.
Don't be hasty now. You have to understand that this game is an election to determine the king. I have put the question to the people of Dressrosa, the Rikus or the Don Quixotes. The people choose their king, as is their natural right. All we need to do is flatten those who challenge us and watch as the rest wipe each other out.
It's a waste of time, Doofy. I'd rather...
And one dude laughs at his voice, and everyone glares at him. One member of the Don Quixote family glares at him, laughs at him, and everyone glares. Pika with bloodshot eyes, Treble with bloodshot eyes, Diamante with bloodshot eyes, and Doflamingo, whose eyes are covered. Sorry, Mr. Pika. Forgive him. He's new. He just wasn't prepared for it.
I'll bury you alive in the stone!
Ah! Wait, Mr. Pika!
And then Baby 5 shows up and just kills this man. I know it looks like he was still alive after he got knocked off of the hill, but Baby 5 turns her leg into a giant Gatling gun and opens fire on the man repeatedly.
Ah! I had to do it. At least this way his family can have the body.
Thanks, Baby 5.
Ah! As the man falls to his death after being shot numerous times.
I lost my mother when I was 8 and killed my father when I was 10. The officers in my service are family who have been with me through thick and thin. They are all I have, and I do not forgive those who laugh at my family. Is that understood?
Yes, sir! Try to hold down anyone who's out of control! Find those pirates! Then we get Mock Vice with Senor Pink and Dellinger.
So it's looking like the Navy wants no part in of us.
They're determined to treat the young master like a warlord. Awful clever of them, ain't it?
Ah! You suppose they're just scared of the birdcage?
What I want to know is, where'd that pervert get to? Didn't think he had the stamina to scamper off.
And then it shows Frankie, who's running towards another location with his head covered up so that people don't automatically recognize him.
Good thing I had that backup cola for destroying the factory. That must be the Smile factory up ahead, sitting right out in the open and all. It must have a hankering for my laser beam.
Look at this balloon coming down.
Balloon?
And it's Luffy, who uses Gum Gum Balloon to soften his landing.
Whoa! Law!
What does that brat think he's doing, showing his face around here?
Big Brother Law? I barely remember him!
Straw Hat Luffy! Trafalgar Law the Pirate Hunter!
As Mock Vice, Dellinger, and Senor Pink, along with a countless amount of Don Quixote soldiers and even Navy soldiers, all surround them.
Whoa! We fell into big trouble!
If these cuffs never come off, I'm killing you first, Straw Hat.
I think anywhere we would have landed would be trouble.
This
entire country is our enemy now. We gotta run.
Not that way, Zoro!
Not that way either, Straw Hat.
We found convicts over here! A pair of 3 stars and a 2-star!
How will Doflamingo enter in his factory without the keys that he's destroyed? Details. Because he's thinking about the now. We're going to make it so that they can't get in. Okay? So what if you beat them all? Now you have no way in.
Ah! I've been caught by some weird guy swimming through the ground!
Do it, Vice.
Ton ton!
Watch out, he's a super weight man.
10 ton Weisse!
And I'm gonna pronounce it that way with Mach Vice. And Mach Vice face plants into the ground where Luffy was supposed to be. But he misses as Luffy stretches out of the way.
Whoa! He trapped my feet! Pistol high heel!
And then we have Dillinger swinging his foot forward, but then Zoro comes up and then kicks Dillinger in the, kick him in the butt, which causes Dillinger's foot that's still moving to kick Mach Vice instead.
Omo! Ide!
So heavy!
Ow! That's what it means in both Japanese and English.
Get it together!
Finally free!
Fire! They're 2 stars and 3 stars!
As both Luffy and Zoro dodging shots. Should I really attack them? Should I really attack them? There are normal folks in their midst.
I'll use hockey!
Hold your horses, ain't no use firing. Oh, wait.
Hold your horses, ain't no use firing. More bullets won't get you any closer to hitting the target.
It's the Navy Admiral!
As Fujitora's right there in front of Luffy and company.
It's the old gambler!
And then we have screaming inside of the stands.
Who's up to 5 stars in the Coliseum? Leave me alone!
Get over there!
Get him!
And then we have Robin.
After the shift in the land, the outer rim of the Colosseum touches the Royal Plateau. If we climb up from there, we can rejoin the rest.
Keep running, y'all. Nobody's gonna follow you. I'll make sure that Sabo's gone off on his own again.
As we have Hack and Bartolomeo keeping everyone back. And then we have King Riku and Viola.
What's he doing now?
Here it comes again!
And then things start moving. The entire nation starts moving. And we have Kyros. We have Fujitora against Zoro. And the entire town starts to move. And a giant shadow looms over the entirety of Dressrosa.
What's that?
I knew it.
We can't fight back. As a giant, almost double-sided panel, double-page panel, shows Pika in a monstrously large kaiju-sized body coming out of the plateau itself.
Whoa! What is that? A giant? It's Pika! But how can anyone be so huge? Ah!
And then there's silence. And then Pika speaks.
Now, anyone who defies the family must deal with me!
His voice! It's so high-pitched! And this is Luffy laughing out loud at Pika. But all the members of the Don Quixote family are telling him to shh, be quiet. But Luffy can't stop laughing.
But he sounds so silly!
Straw Hat!
And that's the end of chapter 747. Onwards to 748, but first another SBS. I have a question, Mr. Oda. These two fellows who love polka dots have to be the same person, right? I guess he really did see Ricky fight as a young man. Sign Park Taguchi. Answer, you're referring to the scene in the present where the guy says he's seen the masked gladiator Ricky, secretly King Riku, fight before. In the past, there was indeed a masked fighter named Ricky. This person writing and wonders if this fellow in the stands was the same Coliseum fan years ago. So close, but you're on the right track. As a matter of fact, you can see him in a different flashback scene. See this fella in chapter 741? Doesn't he look exactly like the same? Now look at the panel you originally pointed out, but look over his shoulder instead. That's him! So who's this connoisseur of the gladiatorial arts? He is Sawyer way back, age 56. He loves watching sword combat so much his wife and kids left him, but he's doing all right. Question. Good morning at 3 a.m. Look at chapter 560 in volume 57. When Luffy gave Hancock a bear hug, the Navy sailors called it a the Navy sailors called it a sabaori not sabaodi, but sabaori in Japanese, or a mackerel snap. I've never heard this term before. Where does it come from? Sign T&T. Sabaori is a sumo term. Actually, it's a move where you leap onto the opponent with all your weight to push them over. The sailors must have assumed that's what he was doing when Hancock fainted right after that. And this was during the whole matter of Marineford. The whole matter of Marineford at the time. Chapter 748, Repaying the Debt. Hey, they said the thing. Request, Heracleson, acting all cool on a horse by Noda Skywalker. And we begin with Luffy still laughing at Pika.
That voice is killing me!
Then there's silence as Pika looks with bloodshot eyes at someone else laughing at him.
No, Straw Hat, stop that! Pika's super sensitive about his high voice! If he starts raging in that gigantic form... Oh!
As it shows Pika preparing a fist to smash Luffy.
Run for it! That's not even a punch! That's an entire town coming for us!
As it shows Mock Vice, as well as the Navy and the Don Quixote soldiers running away as well.
Getting the feeling there's trouble afoot.
We must flee, Isho! A stone giant is coming!
Luffy, you shouldn't tease your opponents like... And this is Zoro, who actually lets out a snicker. We haven't seen this man actually laugh in so long. But he even loses his composure because he's like, Luffy, you shouldn't tease your opponents like...
See? You're laughing too! It's funny, right?
Knock it off, you two. As Law is, still being stuck along for the ride. Here it comes! As Pika punches the ground, and it just sends everyone flying. It's like an earthquake. Shockwave went off. And everyone's sent flying through the air. And then Pika's left breathing heavily. Square outside the Colosseum. Yeah, we really flew a ways. Where are we? Darn that stone assimilation man. He's even bigger than Oars. Oh wait, darn that stone assimilation man. He's even bigger than Oars. If I could just figure out how to beat him. Straw Hat, huh? Oh, Cabbage! And Pirate Hunter Zoro. As well as... Who's this guy? Trafalgar Law! As Cavendish tries to stab and slash at Law mid-sentence, but Luffy quickly grabs him before Cavendish can kill him. Whoa, stop it! Give me back my popularity, worst generation! What's the big idea? He's on my crew now! No, I'm not! Do you still have a grudge against me? No, I will no longer threaten the Straw Hat crew. For one of your number, the great god Usopp saved my very life. I will never forget the sight of his glorious courage, which I never actually saw. It feels nice to hear you say that about my crew. Oh, by the way, Trafalgar, isn't this yours? I found it outside the Colosseum. Now stick out your neck. Your head needs its hat. As Cavendish is holding out Law's hat, but has his sword at the ready because he wants to cut Law's head off. I'm guessing you'd rather cut it off. Have no fear. I am too busy to deal with you. I have decided to repay my debt by seizing Doflamingo's head for you. Go on and hide now. No, that's my job. I have to pay back Rebecca for buying me lunch. You started all of this over food? Don't you dare. I wouldn't fall for it. I know you're just trying to take down Doflamingo to seize ever greater fame. What do you mean, fame? Just consider, the man who brought down the terrible pirate Doflamingo. The papers will have a field day. Let's go. As Luffy just leaves him. They'll be beating down my door for days. Good days. Good morning, superstar. I wanted to comment about the state of piracy today. Huh? Are you there? Hello, Mr. Cavendish? Yes, here I am. Oh, you're shining so bright I can't see you. Sorry, I just can't hide my brilliance, you see. And he's just talking to himself. He's in his own delusions again.
Here you are, Straw Hat. Ah, crap, run! Halt, grandson of Garp. Yah-ho-ho! I have forgotten my grudge against your family. We originally came to this country to destroy Doflamingo's dark business. A tiny bounty like that ain't gonna distract us.
Hapo Sui Army, gang. Hapo Sui Army, gang. Don Chinjao, Sub-Chief Boo, and Chief Sai. You've met a lot of weird people.
Oh yeah, the Colosseum was full of them. I have decided that only by crushing Doflamingo will my debt to you and God Usopp be repaid.
Not again. Knock that off. I'll do it.
What?
Let the bygones of our match be bygones, Straw Hat Luffy.
Warrior of Elbaf, Harudin.
Upon the pride of Elbaf, I wish to defeat Doflamingo to repay my debt to you.
The Kingdom of Prudence has long owed King Rico a great debt. I shall be the one to strike down Doflamingo. His Majesty is right. We don't want that bounty. Not a bit.
King of Prudence, Elisabello II, and Dagobah the Tactician.
Nah, he's going to be ours.
We'll never forget the light of God descending from heaven. This is our penitence.
Abdullah and Jeet.
Doflamingo's head, it will be mine.
Fleet Commodore Orlumbus.
Destruction is payment.
Cannon of Destruction, Ideo. Leave the execution to me. Beheader Suleiman.
No, mine.
Long Lead Blue Gilly. Okay, how about this? You guys watch our backs while we...
Absolutely not! Doflamingo is mine!
This won't work. They've got too much ego.
All right, listen up. Knock it off. All of you. Didn't you hear me say I was gonna whoop Doflamingo's butt?
And didn't you hear me say we're repaying our debt? Quit spouting nonsense or I'll crush the breath from your lungs, you dim-witted savior! Honor!
Fame!
Pride!
King Rico! God!
Look over there! It's a whole bunch of 2 stars and 3 stars! Take them all down! Weren't those the other toys who were trapped underground with us?
How dare you?
Die, you ungrateful swine!
As the gladiators repel all the people who are trying to come after them. Huh?
Hey, you! Moosey! It's me!
Square outside the House of Toys. I'm not seeing the bodies of the Straw Hats.
So either they were crushed without a trace, or they got knocked somewhere further away.
Tell me if you find them alive. I won't let them reach Duffy.
And this is Pika. Look, a silhouette through the smoke. Bullouette?
We found them! It's the Straw Hats! Seems they got knocked away and came back.
They're riding on a bull. It's the same 3,
4, 5, 6, 7?
As numerous people are riding on the back, some people are riding on the back of Moosey, while the gladiators are all running behind him.
Ah! There are more of them! They've come back with a whole host of fierce fighters!
I'm gonna be the one who takes out Doflamingo.
I'll cut the rest of you down if that gets me there first.
No, I'll do it.
And Luffy is riding on Moosey, while Abdullah and Jeet are, taking a ride. Law is on his back, along with Zoro, and all the gladiators are, traveling with Luffy. I couldn't think of a greater entourage than this.
How'd he get so many allies?
They're all bad news, each and every one.
3 or 300. It makes no difference.
And this is Pika.
How Shokun's secret art! Drill Dragon! I ain't fully recharged yet, but... How Shokun's secret art! Drill Dragon! I ain't fully recharged yet, but here's a light edition! King Punch! Nail!
As the shockwaves released from Don Chinjao and Elisabello completely destroy the hand and arm of Pika.
Oh no! Pika's arm! Stop following me!
Shut up, you stupid savior!
And that's the end of chapter 748. Onwards to 749, but first, another SBS. Question. As the representative of all young women, I have a statement for you. No to Senor Pink. Just no. Orachi, is that what you're into? Sign Matsu Mokuri, girls rep. Answer. Yes! Yes all the way! Don't underestimate Senor Missy. It says here that you're 17 years old. Well, young people have a tendency to judge others on their looks, but you'll see very soon. You'll see what a real man is like. You'll understand what it means to be hard-boiled! Just you wait. Here's a question. If I was chowing down on a tomato next to a pool and I used a nearby babe's swimsuit to wipe my mouth, what would happen? I know, right? She'll totally fall in love with me. Okay, let's hit the pool! Woohoo! 2 hours later. Orachi, I got arrested. Why? Sign Kagero Kiryomizu's wannabe apprentice. Answer. Whoa! So you tried it too. Yeah, it's easy to look up to Senor. It says here you're 13 now. First live First, live another 3 decades, then just ooze coolness. I'm gonna draw how great Senor is, and that will be your guide. Also, that's a bad pen name. Don't turn out like him. Chapter 749, Onward! Gallery of Rogues. Requests, Dadan Dreaming of Sabo, Luffy, and Ace by Maru and Kazu from Miyagi. Ah! Mr. Pika! As his arm completely shatters.
Great ugly brute! Nothing can withstand my drill head!
Oh! Watch out!
As the debris from their attack starts falling everywhere. Hey, don't let them through!
They're heading for the palace!
And they aim, and the Don Quixote soldiers aim at Lucy and everyone, but Idio's right there. Huh?
Look out! That's Idio, the king of fighters!
Bring me someone tougher! Destruction cannon!
And the whole place goes up in smoke from the explosion of his punch, hitting Pirate and Don Quixote, well, hitting enemy Pirate and Don Quixote soldiers alike.
Commodore Olympus!
As Olympus crushes more people in between his, great arms. Like, he just, like a face-forward lariat. I don't even know what this move is, where you bring your arms together and you just crush people's heads that are in there. But he...
Commodore Hug!
Blade of Beauty, Swan Lake!
It's Cavendish! What's going on with this group?
As we see Sai, Suleiman, and Blue Gilly. And Pika prepares to punch again.
Ah! Look up! Here comes the other arm!
Don't bother. The arm you broke will come back. Until we know exactly how his powers work, you're just wasting strength.
Run for it!
As Pika punches the ground with his other available arm. And then so much debris gets tossed into the air. This is quite the impediment. We cannot
reach the palace without stopping him!
Where did Straw Hat go? I don't see the bull either. Did they get crushed? And then Harudin. Just a plain old head lick? Is that what that move is called? I don't know. Is that a wrestling move? But Harudin looks up.
Up there! Has he gone mad?
What? They're climbing him! Go, Moosey, go! We're taking a shortcut! That's right, Bull! Go, go, go!
As we see Luffy looking back at both Abdullah and Jeet, and he's all looking like...
Hey, don't spur him on!
Pardon?
Get off! You're weighing Moosey down!
Oh, pardon me. My name is Jeet, and the larger gentleman behind me is Abdullah, at your service. Oh, headlock. It's a headlock, he said. But it looks like he's just slamming his arms together with their necks inside. So that's a unique headlock. Oh, pardon me. My name is Jeet, and the larger gentleman behind me is Abdullah, at your service.
I wasn't asking!
As they run up the arm of Pika, and Pika sees them.
Straw Hat!
And Pika's arm starts to reform. His other arm starts to reform. But then Luffy's arms start to get bigger.
Huh?
Gum Gum! Grizzly Neck Magnum! And he hits Pika directly in the face with Magnum. Whoa! And Pika's head disappears.
He really did it!
Mr. Pika? And Luffy jumps off of Musi. Luffy, I think his head is just plain stone right now. Huh? And the stuff we're riding on is only stone as well. There's his real body right there. And Pika starts to peek up from the ground. First time he's showing us something that looks human. And Pika stands in front of Musi, Abdullah, Jeet, and Zoro as he brandishes a very, very big sword.
Ah! He just pulled out a huge katana! Look out! Hey, Bull, if you can't dodge, then stop! We won't make it in time!
And before Pika can slash through Musi and kill everyone on board, Luffy grabs a hold of Musi and jumps. Mind you, Musi is an incredibly large animal, but he just, this shouldn't be a surprise because he was the same person that picked up Musi over his shoulder after bodying Harudin. But he picks up Musi by his legs and jumps over Pika's sword.
Huh? The cow's flying!
And then Pika tries to go after them again midair.
Here he comes again!
I'll keep going ahead. Okay, I've got this.
Ah! Woo!
As it shows Zoro stay behind so he can face off against Pika.
I can see why these people work with our god.
Clear the way! I have business with Straw Hat!
But our captain wants nothing to do with a pebble like you. You'll have to make do with me, soprano singer.
Hey! The monster stopped! Is he dead?
In any case, now that his Vexum punches are not falling, this is our window of opportunity. Straw Hat's traveling across the stone giant's back. Are we going to let him beat us to Doflamingo? No!
Come on! We can climb up to the Royal Plateau now!
And Law is just there with everyone else.
You can do it, Moosey!
You know, traveling with Lucy. When I say everyone else, I mean with Luffy. Did I say Lucy? I meant to say Luffy. Traveling with Luffy.
You can do it, Moosey! Yeah, do it, Bull!
Hey, I told you to get down!
Oh, come on!
Listen, Straw Hat, and this is Law, I understand that fighting is our only means of survival now. I've braced myself for this. The plan I brought to you was designed to crush Doflamingo in a longer, more roundabout way. But the truth is, I want to take him down myself. I lost the last time, but that won't happen again. 13 years ago, Doflamingo murdered someone that I loved. His name was Corazon. He was once a supreme officer in the Doflamingo family.
Huh? He was one of Mingo's pals?
That's right. He was the one who gave me my life. He was Doflamingo's younger brother.
Huh?
Chapter 750, Flashpoints.
Mr. Pika's head fell off and he stopped moving. What's happening? It's them! They're attacking again!
And it's all the gladiators.
I'm the one who will take Doflamingo's head.
No, me! It shall be me! And we have Gladius and what looks to be Dellinger watching all this stuff go down. While the soldiers continue.
Head them off! Don't let them near the palace! Out of the way!
As those same soldiers get bodied by the gladiators.
Yeah! Such power!
They've gone mad!
Still they defy the young master.
They won't make it this far. They'd have to break through Fujitori's navy blockade.
The rabble from the Colosseum just won't stop!
And Baby 5 is watching as well.
Seems it was the Straw Hats who stopped Pika after all. We currently have 4 flashpoints en route to the palace.
Team Gyros. Just come quietly, Gyros. Don't make us fight you. And it's Gyros who's hiding from civilians, with his legs still gone.
It's not the money we want. It's only a matter of time before our deaths. If we don't beat all of you, we have no choice but to deceive the 12 convicts.
I do not blame you for your choice, but it seems that I must make even more haste, for I too have something to achieve.
As he sheaths his sword and dashes as they open fire on him. But, he's too fast for all of them. The former royal plateau. God Usopp's retinue, having made its way to the surface, traveled up through the Colosseum to the royal plateau.
I don't see Mr. Luffy no more.
And this is Bartolomeo.
Of course not.
What? Was that supposed to be obvious?
Luffy never stays in the same spot for more than 5 minutes.
Oh, now that's freedom. Sounds like the king of the pirates to me.
What is that stone monster, King Rico? Why is the palace over there?
And this is Leo speaking with King Riku.
They're coming up from below, Robin.
Ah!
Once everyone's finished climbing, we need to remove the nets.
Because Robin created a net of hands that allowed everyone to climb up there. But also, the pirates are climbing up there too.
Once everyone's finished climbing, we need to remove the nets.
And she dissipates their hands.
Pardon me.
And allows every single person that was climbing up after them to just fall straight down.
I found it.
Viola! Aha! Viola!
As Viola shows up there with everyone and sees Rebecca.
Yay! Princess Viola!
What were you doing?
It's the key, Father. The key to Trafalgar Law Scuffs. I finally found it. Now I just have to get it to him.
No, Viola. Do you know what they are? They're pirates.
Yes, and they are the lawless ruffians who will destroy this country's sham of peace. I must put my hopes in them, Father. The world government gave the pirate Doflamingo his title and allowed him to rule, and look how terribly that has scarred us. I won't beg for help from that government and its navy just because they wave the flag of so-called justice. They can't hear the voices of the victims they created. The ears of the elites conveniently tune out the screams of anger coming from our country. At least there is blood running through the Straw Hat's words. There is a beating heart behind their actions.
I'm totally gonna crush Doflamingo for you. Just don't leave my crew.
Just look at him, King Riku.
Just look at him, King Rico!
The fellow with 5 stars.
This is Usoland, also known as God Usopp. He's our hero. He risked his life for our sake, to undo the toy curse that has afflicted us for a whole decade. We shed tears at the sight of his courage. And Luffy led is the captain of our hero, King Rico.
The Straw Hat Land crew is the light of hope for all Dressrosa. They might be pirates, but we'll believe in them to the end.
Viola, I'll go and take this key to Lucy. No, Rebecca. I don't want to just stand here waiting.
Wait, you're going to visit Mr. Luffy? I'll totally go with you.
No, Rebecca. You're a convict in this game. If you go down there, you'll be in terrible danger. I'll be fine.
In that case, we can go across the rooftops. Me and Cub will take a Princess Viola.
Across the rooftops?
In hell, can we lead the factory up to you?
No problem. The defenses will be thin at this point. All the Tantaras will join Fräulein and rescue Princess Mancherry and the others.
Okay, see you later. We got no time to waste.
We'll meet again here on the Royal Plateau.
Team Frankie.
Okay, here I am. Rock you like a hurricane. Time to blow this factory down. Time to blow this factory door down. Radical. It's not like that attack could even scratch the factory, but...
As Senor Pink interrupts Frankie and prepares to put him in another suplex yet again.
I came back to settle our score.
And Frankie fires in the opposite direction, causing a massive explosion in the distance.
The enemy was here after all? That's what a man does, boy.
Where are all these women who are always cheering for Senor Pink no matter where he is? Where? Why are y'all always here? Get some water, ladies! The new Royal Plateau.
Gross! What's going on? Why are the gladiators climbing up here? There should have been thousands of naval marines down there, plus Vice Admiral Bastille. Not to mention Admiral Fujitora! How did they get through?
What? Is this the best the Don Quixote family can do? We're gonna reach the boss in no time at all.
Second, the coolest guy ever to put on Depends.
See?
I've never heard that. The manliest, the coolest man to ever put on Depends. I've never heard that in my entire life. I've never heard that at all. Second step of the new Royal Plateau.
Reporting in! Strawhead Luffy has reached the first step!
Come,
Gatling!
and he's riding on Musi, unleashing a barrage of punches on all of the soldiers of the Don Quixote family.
We're completely helpless to stop him! And now the Colosseum gladiators are coming up from below!
Straw Hat. There, Dellinger. All the naval forces are being held down!
As it shows a section of the town that's also on fire.
And I can't convince you to step aside and let us pass.
As a person is standing there in front of Fujitora with a pipe on fire. Well, that depends. See, I can't let anyone pass who intends harm to the Straw Hat Pirates, or those who are helping them.
Is it the Revolutionary Army's job to support pirates?
Yeah, that's right. As a revolutionary, I forbid you to pass. No, I take that back. As a brother.
Oh, and whose brother might you be?
Because it shows Sabo standing before the Navy, keeping everyone at bay. Many Navy soldiers are behind Sabo, completely unconscious, some still gripping their weapons, but he's beaten them all, as he stands in front of Bastille, Fujitora, and Maynard, and literally every other Navy person trying to make their way up to the plateau. Sabo by himself is making them stay back. And that's the end of chapter 750. Onwards to 751, but we get another SBS. Odachi! Nice to meet you. So what's Sugar's real age? I've been so obsessed with her. Sugar's all I can think of during my exams. Should probably focus on your exams. And I'm supposed to be preparing for college. Should probably focus on your exams. Thanks to that, my test results were awful. Should have focused on your exams. Sign, Gahara. Answer. I see. It's too bad. If I let you in on some behind-the-scenes stuff, it turns out she can't actually be all that old. Her appearance is frozen at age 10, but her actual age is 22. She's 2 years younger than Baby 5. Actually, why don't I just list the ages of the entire family? And it has a picture of Sugar if she was her actual age of 22. But, you know, she's stuck at 10. Don Quixote do Flamingo, age 41. Treble, 49. Sugar, 10, physically, but 22, chronologically. Violet, 29. Giola, 61. Monet, 30. Diamante, 45. Lao G, 70. Mock Vice, 52. Senor Pink, 46. Dellinger, 16. Virgo, 41. Pika, 40. Gladius, 33. Buffalo, 30. And Baby 5, 24. They range from their teenage years to their 70s. No wonder they're called a family. Well, that's all the time we have. No more SBS. Look forward to the results of the popularity poll in the next volume. Rest in peace, Monet. Yeah, rest in peace. Monet and Virgo. Well, rest in peace, Monet. No one cares about Virgo, except the members of G5 who still don't know the truth. Chapter 751, Sabo versus Admiral Fujitora. Limited cover series number 21, volume 1. Onward to my friends! As we see someone under the sea. And it's the same bubble that Jinbei was swimming in.
No! I said stop! Why did you attack him? He's got Logia powers!
As Sabo is bodying everybody using that same Dragon Claw stance, but also in combination with the Meta Meta no Mi. Sorry, I know it's called Flame Flame Fruit in English, but I've just seen the Japanese terms for these fruits so often that I just refer to them by their Japanese names. But he's just bodying everybody, and one dude tries to fire an RPG at Sabo, but it does nothing because, you know, he's a Logia.
Watch out! His fingers are freakishly strong! Their claws, as Sabo grabs hold of this bazooka and then crushes the bazooka in his own grip. This is metal, and he just crushed the entire barrel of a big RPG with his mere fingers. And that same RPG explodes.
Stand down! He's too much for the likes of you!
As Bastille prepares to swing his sword at Sabo.
My fingers are dragon claws.
And Bastille tries to swing on Sabo, but Sabo catches the blade.
Claws designed to tear down the accumulation of undue power.
And with his hands, with his grip, he breaks Bastille's sword. He broke Vice Admiral Bastille's shark cleaver!
You wretch! I can crush a human skull as easily as an egg.
As Sabo grabs a hold of Bastille's face and mask, and he starts crushing it. But then,
well, here's a quandary.
As Fujitora looks up, and another meteor goes sailing straight towards the birdcage.
Huh? Suppose that birdcage, what's it, might cut through my meteors.
And as it falls, as it turns out, even Fujitora's meteors cannot pierce the entire birdcage. The birdcage then instead slices the meteor as it falls on the town. Watch out for the meteors! And the different pieces fall all over, causing a ton of collateral damage.
Ah, shucks. Didn't mean to be so widespread. Hope I didn't hurt no civilians.
Just tell us when you're gonna drop a meteor, Isho!
Pardon, folks. I dropped one.
Before you do!
Then we see someone on fire standing in front of Fujitora.
Are you aware of the standing you're in?
I'm not used to these powers yet. I keep dodging everything. As it shows Sabo fully reform himself in fire, holding the very broken mask of Vice Admiral Bastille.
Ah! Vice Admiral Bastille!
And then Sabo just goes ahead and breaks the entirety of the mask completely.
Vice Admiral!
I seem to recall the previous owner of the Flame fruit, Fire Fist Ace, who died in the Paramount War, being described as a sworn brother to Straw Hat. Now you claim the same title?
The three of us shared ritual cups. We are linked by a bond that cannot be severed. The first time they share cups with each other, and then it shows a scene where Sabo, who in fact is revealed to be the individual who left the sake at Ace's grave, it shows 3 sake cups there as well.
A troublesome trio of brothers if I've ever seen one.
What kind of a family is that? Straw Hat's brothers are a squad leader under Whitebeard and the number 2 revolutionary?
Keep this in mind. If Luffy ever asks me for help, I will race to his side, wherever he is, no matter my position. I will never. And it cuts to Sabo, who's with the revolutionaries, as he sees the news of Ace dying.
Hey, Sabo! Sabo!
I will never go through that again.
And Fujitora's just looking at him. I'll use looking in parentheses when it comes to Fujitora because he can't actually, well, you know.
Seems there's no use asking further.
You're not interested anyway, are you?
Well, I've got no drinks for us to shoot the breeze over.
As Fujitora and Sabo begin their clash, which sends everyone flying because of the force. New Royal Palace. First step.
Huh, it's the bull! It's the Grim Reaper of the Colosseum! Bring it down!
Mess with Moosey and you get the horns! As Luffy is riding on Moosey and Moosey is running over everybody.
That's right! Grovel before the god of death!
Huh? No, it's him! Straw Hat! I've seen you. I'll see you when you get there.
Cabbage!
Dang, I thought I was taking a shortcut. But everyone else caught up!
Ah! It's Harudine!
Out of the way! I have no use for errand boys!
As they're all using their abilities and strength and powers in order to combat the soldiers of the Don Quixote family. Now they're all ahead of us! As the shortcut that Luffy took is, you know, behind where the gladiators took.
Whoa! Ah! Watch out!
Mrrr! Kill the bull and knock Straw Hat off!
Don't stop
Stop it! Don't aim at Moosey!
Don't you be messing with Straw Hat Luffy, you schmucks! Rampage!
And we have Kelly Funk using the power of his brother, Bobby, in order to just body all these soldiers who are shooting at Luffy. Huh? Who's that?
Rah! Hey, don't tell me you forgot already. It's Kelly Funk, your fellow combatant in Block C.
Assassins from Mogaro. Funk Brothers. Elder Bro Kelly combined with Bobby.
We got saved by God Usopp too. Come on, we'll help you. We found a shortcut to get up higher. It'll take you straight to the flower field before the palace.
Whoa! Really? All right, now we can get ahead of Cabbage.
Hey, Straw Hat.
Huh?
Where will we undo my cuffs? If I stay shackled by Sea Prism Stone, we might as well be marching to Doflamingo to die.
Nah, it'll work out. Let's just go.
What makes you so confident? Turn back to that plateau so we can search for the key. Either we win or we die.
And Kelly points to an entrance into the mountain itself.
Right through there, Straw Hat. Don't worry, we'll guard the entrance.
Cool, thanks. Nice one, Kelly Funk. Keep this entrance on lockdown. Wow, that was nice and painless. And both Jeet and Abdullah find themselves getting knocked in the face because of the low-hanging roof. It's literally something you would see out of Looney Tunes. They get knocked off of Moosey.
Huh? What are you two doing?
They fell off.
What was up with them?
Forget about them. Keep going, Moosey. We're heading straight to the flower field.
Straw Hat.
That's your transponder snail.
Answer it.
Gotcha. Hello, my name's Luffy, future king of the pirates.
Luffy, it's me.
Oh, Robin?
We're still at the plateau you just left. Where are you?
We're on the first step of the mountain, heading up to the flower field.
But the flower field is the fourth step.
And this is Viola.
Viola found the key to Traffy's cuffs.
Huh? Really?
Give it to me at once, Nico. How can we get over here? How can we get it over here?
Hello? This is Leo of the Tantaras. Me and Rebecca and the big rooster person and Robin Lane are gonna bring it to you at top speed.
We'll meet up with you at the flower field on the fourth step.
Huh? How are you gonna catch up with us?
We'll explain later.
We'll explain later. See you at the flower field.
Gotcha. See? It worked out!
By coincidence! More importantly, look ahead.
Huh?
It's a dead end. Where'd all this water come from? This is just a well tilted on its side. There's no shortcut.
Huh? What? Doflamingo! As Doflamingo appears to appear right behind them. And that's the end of chapter 751. Onwards to the last chapter of this volume, chapter 752, Palm. The Solitary Journey of Jinbei, First Son of the Sea, Volume 2, Lost Little Sea Kitten. As Jinbei is traveling around, a little sea kitten is, crying and, trying to paw at him and is scared and is lost. But we got Doflamingo in this place with him.
I see the weak are combining their powers. Doflamingo, to get your cuffs unlocked, Law.
What are you doing here?
I came to rescue you. What a stupid trap to fall into. A shortcut, really?
And then we see Doflamingo not only slap away Luffy's fist as he tries to punch him, but he points his finger at Moosey.
Bullet string!
And then just shoots Moosey all over. Moosey!
Leave him behind, Straw Hat.
And Moosey falls over. And they're in water, so they need to be careful, otherwise they'll get weak.
No sense of impending danger whatsoever. I'm very disappointed. At this rate, anyone could kill you.
Hang on, Moosey. As Luffy is in the water.
There's quite a fierce battle out there over my head, and you've managed to find allies even in these circumstances. I've kept an eye on you since the Paramount War because of that special ability. But now, I find you're an incredible fool. Why did you choose him, Law? I thought you were a smarter man than this. Even as a kid, you were more cunning and calculating. Am I wrong? So who turned you in such a soft-headed sap? Shut up. I have no intention of turning out like you. I was saved. By who? My brother Corazon? If you hadn't gone soft, then why are you dying such a pathetic death?
Stop right there! Don't lay a finger on Straw Hat! As both Khajiit and Abdullah come up right behind Doflamingo and not only skewer him, but slice into him.
You guys...
Are you okay, Straw Hat? As this turns out to be, unsurprisingly, not the real Doflamingo, but a marionette string clone that dissipates and starts laughing.
So it was a double, a marionette.
Whatever is going on, we're going to pull you out.
Thanks. You saved me.
Aw, shucks.
Anyways, what's with this pair of legs? Did we actually take down the big shot?
It's a fake, you idiots. Are you here just to joke around, or is there a point to all this?
Oh, right! It was that Don Kelly Funk! He tricked us!
How dumb can you get? They fell right for it. How dumb can you get? They fell right for it.
Once we realized that, we were gonna knock his lights out, and then Doflamingo shows up. He wiped out Kelly the assassin in an instant!
Gotta be careful. You don't know where the enemy might pop up.
So wait, are you saying that he actually did save us?
That he actually did save us? I feel so humiliated. What's going on outside? Where's Cabbage and all of them? We're way behind. They're already on the second step. Dang, I thought we were taking a shortcut.
Kudos arrives on the first step.
What is this?
Come.
Second step, Team Gladiators.
Not a single one of them fell in battle on the first step.
The foot soldiers ain't enough to stop them.
But I don't see Straw Hat yet.
Let us crush them one by one.
And before any of that can happen, before the gladiators can even make a single step forward, a giant elephant gun bursts in through the floor, right in front of all the gladiators running. What was that?
In the well, first step.
There we go. You guys take care of Moosey.
You really did make a shortcut.
Enough of this nonsensical madness.
What was that? Is it coming again? What was it? What was that?
Is it coming again?
Don't lose sight of the enemy, men.
Yah-ho-ho-ho! Now this is chaos!
Chinchou's heading for the third step! Stop him!
Look at this hole.
Where did it come?
Ah! As Luffy shoots up through the hole, punching and hitting everyone as he launches upwards.
I'm coming for you, Mingo! It's Straw Hat and Law!
Former Royal Plateau.
You're joking, right?
And both Bartolomeo, Robin, and Rebecca look surprised about what's about to happen.
Right?
It's true! People can't fly with stag beetles.
Let's just run through town instead.
Yeah, I'm with them.
This is Ramen going like,
You can't be serious. Let's just run through town instead.
People can fly with stag beetles.
Let's just run through town instead.
Yeah, I'm with them.
Okay, here's the explanation.
Are you hearing us, Squirt?
Tontara Airlines, Yellow Cubs.
This is the TAL jumping service. Big people are too heavy to fly.
That's what we said.
But we don't got much time, so we need you to fly anyway. Ah!
You just said we couldn't fly.
Leo!
You tontatas will pay for this.
How reckless.
Are they all right? You'll pay. Huh?
as it shows that Rebecca, Robin, and Bartolomeo are floating gently towards the ground.
Wow,
And
you can't fly, but you can slow your fall. Now make sure to land on a roof. If you kick off properly.
they're jumping across the roof.
Wow, wow, that'll help you get more air.
I feel like a balloon.
Woohoo!
4th step, flower field.
Just be careful of attacks from below as we make our way to the flower field on the 4th floor. On the 4th step.
Got it.
Outside the Smile Factory.
Roland, we got an idea how to open the factory.
Is that true, Tuntatus?
In the meantime, stop Senior.
I'm on it.
As he's getting suplexed by Senior once again. On top of Pika's statue, Zoro continues his fight with Pika, and Zoro's got that smile on his face like, finally. In town, Sabo versus Fujitora. The whole area is just erupting in fire. 2nd step, the base of the palace. Hey, Straw Hat! Cabbage! Come on, don't hold me back! Hear out my plan. The palace.
Hey, Doofy! Hey, where'd you send that string joker?
To make a delivery, but it seems I needn't have bothered. Do you remember the first day we met Law? Yeah, he was real crazy. Had a mean look in his eyes.
And this is both Treble and Diamante talking to Doflamingo respectively.
He was a lot like me as a kid. I had a premonition that in 10 years he could be my right-hand man. Such a shame that I've got to kill him myself.
Intruder! Don't touch him! He's strapped with bombs! What?
Let me into your pirate crew.
Hey, who let this kid into our...
Hey, who let this kid into our turf?
I want to destroy everything I see.
What?
Towns, houses, people. I want to destroy it all. I was raised in the White Town. I don't have much longer to live.
And this individual is a young Law with his old hat that we would see him wear later on in life, completely covered in grenades. And this is Doflamingo when he was younger looking at Law as he's laying back, just reminiscing and thinking. And then we cut back to Law, who's with Luffy, as they continue their march to get him unlocked. To be continued in One Piece Volume 76. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Feel kind of stiff a little. We did it. We are done with volume 75. Tomorrow will be 76. And then after that will be the last longest chapter that I come across for this entire read through. It'll be the volume 77 will be the last one I read during this read through that has 12 chapters for me to go through. But we're getting closer and closer, ladies and gentlemen. My read-through is almost over, and I just want to say thank you for taking the time to just allowing me to entertain you for the last 2 hours. It's been a joy, and since I've been cutting back on the monologuing, I'm able to get to these chapters a lot easier and not keep you here longer than I have. So thank you for taking the time. More than halfway done. We are almost done. Next Friday is the last day of my read-through, but firstly, I just want to say thank you to all of you. Ogata, Ozzy, Kohagen, everybody. All my moderators, all my members, which has gone up. And I just have to say, wow, thank you for that, Ivan, who was here yesterday. I just want to say thank you for everything that you do for this channel. It's been a long, arduous road to get to this point in my life where I'm actually happy to do what I do, and I'm doing what I love. But I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Well, from the entirety of my heart, not just the bottom, but from the entirety of my heart, I just want to say thank you for this opportunity. It really does mean a lot to me. But I'm done. Time to get some food, check on the boys, and then enjoy the rest of my day. All I can say at the end of the day is, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you enjoyed what you saw here today, then please, because it helps the channel, like, subscribe, and share this stream with everyone you know, because the more the merrier. And because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples.